based in Asia for a while now, in Hong Kong to be specific. A hugely challenging yet very interesting area of development for wine. So could you give me a little perspective about wine education in, say, China and places where it's already taken off?
I think it's very difficult to have the whole of Asia classed as one region, because every single part of Asia, every country, is vastly different and has different trade dynamics, has different wines available, has different spirits available, and has different levels of expertise. So there are some markets in Asia which are very established for wine education, and within those we would be talking about Hong Kong, we'd include Japan in that as well. Whereas there are other markets where the love of wine and the availability of wine locally, as well as the production of wine locally, is really just starting to take off. And China is obviously one of those markets. As is India. It's a very large country with a huge geography and very different locations. And what we're finding is that our students in China are really hungry, I should probably use the word thirsty, to learn about wine and spirits, and increasingly about the category sake as well, because it's becoming something that is very approachable and available for an increasing number of people. And people really just want to know a little bit more about what they're buying, what they're tasting, so that they can make educated and informed choices. But it also means that we're increasingly providing education and training for at a very high level for those people working in the drinks industry, as they also are competing and purchasing wines on a global scale, sharing their wines on a global platform, and becoming increasingly aware of how their wines and their wine culture, their growing wine culture, is part of a global wine and spirit trade.
So finally, I wanted to discuss with you a little bit about the report recently that wine education has reached new highs. This was a WSET report. So are there any trends you'd like to share which would be of interest for us?
Some of the things that are really interesting are obviously the rise in sake education training, the demand for that training. Sake is a growing category, particularly for those who want to learn and experience and understand more about the product itself and how it comes to be. We're also seeing an increase in spirits. Some of that has been helped by the launch of our online spirits program, our online level 1 spirits program in particular. But we're also seeing an increased awareness because of the boom in categories such as gin. We're moving beyond just whiskey as being one of the prime drivers of the spirits industry, spirits availability that people are interested in. So we have whiskey, we have rum, we have cognacs and brandies, and gin in particular having that new explosion of interest around the world. So demand for spirits education is certainly growing, but we can't dismiss the role of wine education and training that WSET has been a part of for so many years. And within that, what we see is an increasing number of trade professionals who are completing our level 4 qualification. And here in India we have a number of WSET level 4 graduates, and that number is just set to start to grow as we have more people completing the program. And these are people who are particularly in developing wine markets, people I would describe as the trailblazers, the key opinion leaders of their industry, and they have such drive and passion for the subject, but also a real desire to share that knowledge with their colleagues in industry to help them grow and develop too. And that's really very much part of the heart of WSET, how we want to work with people, equip people, and then enable them to share their knowledge effectively within industry and also to contribute to industry.
Thank you very much, Jude. It's very exciting, and I hope we see a lot more of similar WSET programs and more enrollment in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you for welcoming me to India.